Derrick Henry is down and everyone's fantasy football rosters in shambles, but it's all good. Your boy Rumboyz Robbie is here to get it fixed for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Dilly, y'all.
Holy shit.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie, the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Yo, it is hot as hell back here in the studio. 1 second. Uno minuto. Fixed. Plus, I don't want y'all to see the fucking old ass logo. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. It's winter. We got the fucking fall. We got the sweaters on, sweaters out. We're gonna dive right into it. A lot of important shit has gone on in the course of fantasy football during week 8. So we gotta get into week 9. It's time to get into the waiver wire. This show is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com and the Monkey Knife Fight app. Download the Monkey Knife Fight app available on iOS and Android and use promo code Rumboyz. Okay, use promo code Rumboyz whenever you sign up. I'm gonna match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. You guys definitely gonna want to get over there and take advantage of that great value, of that great offer. Getting a match all the way up to $100 on your very first deposit. I mean, come on, like who else is gonna hook you up with that aside from the Rumboyz and Monkey Knife Fight? Also, download the SportsMe app. Link is in the description section. If you haven't already, download the SportsMe app. SportsMe is sports you 30-second quick click content. You can record a video, ask a fantasy football question, and then I will go ahead and respond to that fantasy football question. You can also, if you want to debate any of the analysts that we have over there, you can get on over there. You can make content with myself, Troy King, LQ, Ryan Hollins. A couple of the Rumboyz are over there, Drop the Mic, so on and so forth. So, yo, get on over there to the SportsMe app. We're there to help you out. We're there to, hook y'all up. All righty. Yeah, old ass Adrian Peterson, dog. Old ass Adrian Peterson. Like, we're really about to talk about AP today, bro. Like we're really about to talk about AP today. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna just share this link out a little bit more. Give me some mo. I'm gonna just share this link out. Like the fact that we're even fucking talking about AP today. That's sad. What's up, Justin? What's good? Triple M. What it do? Yeah. We about to get into it. We about to dive into this waiver wire to help you guys out, get you guys all set and situated as anticipated. Always soon to be, hopefully one day, us Grammy nominated. I was about to rhyme that with Grammy nominated, but we ain't there yet. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's open up the good old Sleeper app. We just go ahead right on over the Sleeper. And then I'm going to drop some stats on y'all. I'm going to drop some knowledge on y'all. Help you guys out. The reason why I went so late with waiver wire days because I was trying to make sure, in all honesty, that I was trying to make sure. Give me just 1 second. That no crazy no crazy trades or nothing like that, had went through that were heavily going to impact anyone's fantasy lineup. I wanted to make sure that we got everyone taken care of with that. All right, so let's first start with fucking Adrian Peterson. Now, I don't even think okay, so Sleeper does have AP fully loaded up. You're not going to believe this when I tell you this. So I'm just going to show you. All right. You're not going to believe me when I tell you, hey, Triple M, shout out for that on the subs, by the way. dropping that sub count. Y'all make sure you subscribe to the channel and spike that like if you have not already, okay? If you have not already, make sure you do so. Uh, it's appreciated. It's just love, it's just a whole lot of love. All right, so check this shit out here with Adrian Peterson. All right. My man's is 23 fucking percent rostered. Like, who are the 23% of you that already had him rostered? Like, who are you people? The man was happily retired. And y'all were, I mean, I guess what? Not even dynasty lineups. Like dynasty lineups, y'all should have fucking been dropped Adrian Peterson. Derrick Henry is going to require surgery on his foot after suffering a fracture in Sunday's 34-31 win over the Colts. Peterson's last season was with the Lions, rushing for 156 times for 604 yards and 7 touchdowns. So I mean, hey, maybe he can give you 600 some odd fucking yards through the remaining 8 or 9 games that we got, like 7 or 8 games that we got in fantasy football. Adrian Peterson should be looked at. Adrian Peterson should be rostered. Nick dropping a fantasy football question: 10-team league, full PPR. Who should I trade? Khalil, Herbert, Justin Jefferson for Adam Thielen and Damian Harris. Herbert's doing pretty well, but Thielen is getting a lot more of that volume there. I'm not going to say I don't not like the trade. I think it's very balanced. I think it's very equitable. I don't think that you need to make the trade, though. I don't think that you need to make the trade. Herbert is doing just fine. Well, actually, no. You're making the move though before Monty comes back, or right as Monty's coming back. So fuck it, run it. I mean, Thielen's on the up and up right now. Run that shit. Run that trade. Run that trade, bro. Run that trade. Yo, cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz girls want to do. Cheers to all of our fucking fantasy teams throughout the course of what happened in week 8. Derrick Henry going down, okay? Derrick Henry going down. No bueno for nobody. No bueno for nobody. There's also Jeremy McNichols who you could go and get, and he's 9% rostered. How is it that the fucking handcuff isn't more rostered than the guy that just got picked up from a practice squad? Like, what is going on with you guys? What are you doing? What are we doing? I mean, so you got McNichols, sitting at 9% rostered. I think that McNichols is definitely going to see more of an expanded role. He was out there for 40% of the wow, no, I'm sorry. I greatly apologize. He's out there for 23% of the snaps. Kind of when and along the lines that the Tennessee Titans realized that something wasn't right with Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry, despite even going back out on the field, which makes his fracture even more concerning, is like he went back out on the field. So could more damage have even been done? There's still more to come out about that and how long it'll affect. I'm hearing about 8 to 10 weeks. So maybe he comes back maybe Derrick Henry comes back for the playoffs. I doubt it. I'm hearing that it could be season injury, season ending. But either way, I think that McNichols is the guy on the roster. He's been on the roster longer. I know that they got Devonte Friedman, and I'm not really worried about Friedman. I'm not really worried about AP. We're gonna have to see how this backfield works out. Go out there and drop the fab on either. Hopefully not everyone in your league is running after AP. And McNichols is available for you. I think that McNichols is going to be the guy. Week 4, he had 17 fucking fantasy points against the Jets. So it's not like the guy isn't is useless, and he was out, and he did that on 40% of the snap share. So I mean, if he's out there, 40% plus, I think that McNichols could turn up and he could do something for fantasy managers out there. Just a personal opinion. I was offered Antonio Brown for James Conner in a full PPR. My other receivers are Robert Woods, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Thomas, and A-Rob. Running backs Eckler, Henderson, Mitchell, Gaskin, and Chris Carson. Thanks. Okay, okay. Are you asking me to just kind of grade this trade? You were offered AB for James Conner. James Conner's falling into to the end zone at a pretty consistent clip. Um, Especially right around that third quarter of the game time frame. I don't know if I'm necessarily willing to take on Connor. It seems like Brown might be injured and dealing with some injuries. He's been on and off the field. I know that one of those was one of those is in relation to the vid. Um, and running backs right now are at a premium, are at an all time premium. Um, Especially following that Henry injury. Should I do it? Um, I don't think so, man. I don't think that I do that one. I mean, there's still just so many mouths to feed in Tampa Bay. So I mean, you're fine. You're fine with Connor. You know what you're getting with Connor. I mean, we know what we're getting with 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 uh with Brown as well. It seems that there's really just been a quite the connection um between AB and Tom Brady, but Connor's been getting the work done. Your other receivers are Woods, Judy, Michael Thomas. Well, I see where you're wanting to bring in AB because you can unload running backs. That's the thing. You can unload running backs, and if you're just unloading James Conner, if you're just unloading James Conner, then yeah, fuck it, bring on AB. If you're just unloading James Conner, because you'll still have Eckler, you'll still have a Hendo, you'll still have Elijah Mitchell. I mean, Gaskin's a piece that sucks there. Chris Carson should be back hopefully anytime soon. Um, yeah, I'd do it. I'd run it. I'd run it. Go ahead, because your receivers are kind of not the best of the best. You got all the running backs in the world, man. Um, let's go ahead. I want to keep running through running through some of these running backs. Um, Guys should be taking a look at. All right, so let's say you have Derrick Henry, right? And for some fucking reason, you cannot get any of the guys that Tennessee brought in. Okay, you can't get McNichols. Ouch. You can't get McNichols. You can't get AP. None of them are just working out or swinging in your favor. Um, the last 2 weeks, Boston Scott has been out there. Week 7, 33% of the time, and then 45% of the snap share in week 8. Um, and Boston Scott rushed for 12 times for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. In that Philadelphia Eagles win over the Detroit Lions. So, I mean, you could be going. You could potentially go Boston Scott here. Um, Taking a look at good old Boston Scott. He's rostered in 25% of leagues, so you can still go and get Boston Scott. Boston Scott is still obtainable for you. Um, Jordan Howard could maybe be a guy. Um, I don't want you guys to go out there and go crazy on Jordan Howard. He is 3% rostered. Um, he did find the end zone twice in week 8, but I mean, I want us to keep in mind he rushed 12 times for 57 yards. I want us to keep in mind that they have to play the Chargers, the Broncos, who no longer have Von Miller, the Saints, and the Giants next. Now the Chargers will be the issue, but you get some soft matchups right there, right before the bye week in week 14 for the Eagles. So I mean, maybe you going Boston Scott or either Jordan Howard and maybe not having to blow a whole lot of fab because that's going to be the first option that a lot of these guys are going to do that lost King Henry. They're going to go right for their Titan for the Titans backups. Maybe you go in this direction and see how that works for you. Maybe you pivot and see how that works for you. If you're going to end up missing out on those guys, if you're not high enough on waiver priority, or if you're not maybe not high enough on waiver priority. maybe you're not, you know, maybe you don't have enough fab, okay? Hopefully one of those top 4 guys I just mentioned should still be floating around. Another guy that I wanna bring up, Kansas City Chiefs, Derek Gore. I found Gore kind of interesting last night. I kind of had to, rub my eyes and wink a little bit and find out if, this dude that is 0% rostered, uh, on Sleeper, who saw 20% of the snap share, um, had 48 yards on 11 attempts and rushed for a freaking T. Like I found myself asking, like, is that Spencer Ware? You know, Boston Scott does get you does catch the ball at the backfield better, and you're going to need that in PPR formats. Mm. Woo! But Derek Gore, taking a look 0% rostered. He found the end zone and he found significant action um in that in that backfield. We already knew that CEH's share count, his snap share was going down prior to the injury even happening. So he could definitely be an option for you. Um may let's see here. Another guy I want to mention, in the event that James Robinson is out, Carlos Hyde. We know that Urban Meyer likes him. About 15 to 20 touches. If Carlos Hyde could be the starter. Uh, Another guy that I want to mention, uh, Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Okay, if Elijah Mitchell keeps being hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, and if there's like a little bit of injury proneness to Elijah Mitchell, expect Jeffrey Wilson Jr. to come back as an IR stash if you want to stash him off the IR and get him to be exceptional off the goal line. Okay, um, I think that'll work out. That'll work out well for fantasy managers. Do I do this? I get D Hop, Gaskin, Myers. I give up DJ Moore, Javante, and Schultz. Pitts is my tight end 1. Gaskin would be my RB3. D Hop would be my flex. Dude, give up Pitts. Give up Pitts. You really got to be worried about Pitts without Calvin Ridley being on the field to get Pitts open. Like, Atlanta completely just Atlanta does not know what to do. They do not look good. Cordell Patterson is the only effective role piece on that offense. Keep Schultz. Keep Schultz. Keep Schultz. Toss in Pitts. Keep Schultz. and you don't want Gaskin. Myers isn't finding the end zone. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. The only thing that he's giving you is D Hop. He's just trying to sell you on D Hop, then give you his garbage to go along with it. That's all that guy is doing. That's all that guy is doing. Let's get into some wide receiver talk. Let's get into some wide receiver talk really quick. I think that it's fairly easy for us to go over these guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Devonte Parker sitting at 52% rostered. Got to be a guy that you want to be targeting. I mean, he's been fairly reliant in fantasy football. I get that is his first appearance and stuff from that week 4 hamstring, but I mean, already against Buffalo, 16 and a half fantasy points. He was on the field for 91% of the snap share, 11 targets, caught 8 of them, 85 fucking yards. Like, let's go. Let's go. Like, how would you not want some of that, and that's just his first game back. Like, I can only imagine how this young man is just going to keep blossoming and just keep going. fuck Michael Thomas and all the beef, bro. Devonte Parker, you're great. You're great. I like Devonte Parker as a flex piece. Um, let's see here. Yo, this one is super interesting. Um, this one definitely interesting. We're gonna talk about Jabal Agnew. Okay. Now, I get it. I get it. He's 4% rostered right now. Okay. It's not the hot pickup by any means, but caught 6 receptions, 38 yards, and a TD. Like if Agnew can get these like splash plays, like if you got a guy that's on by, your bench is just god awful. Like it was just the garbage time TD that made him a relevant piece. But I mean, he's been getting an increase in snap share week after week after week. Week 4, 14%. Then Tennessee in week 5, 63%. Miami, 59%. Have no reason why for the dip there. But they go on the bye, they come back off a bye, and against Seattle, he's out there 72% of the time. Maybe it's a trend worthy looking at. I don't want to be too high, on Agnew, but maybe Agnew is a guy that maybe he's just a jag, maybe he's just a guy. But hell, if you're desperate at receiver, taking a flyer on him, yo, this man right here, Van Jefferson, double digit back to back weeks. He hauled in a 68-yard pass that resulted in a touchdown pass to Cooper Kupp in the second half. He caught 3 passes for 88 yards against Houston on Sunday. Like I'm actually enjoying Van Jefferson. Last week he showed that he doesn't have to just be a touchdown or bust type of guy. It looks like the Rams are starting to spread the ball around a lot more just because offenses or defenses are keying in on Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods a little bit more, which that's now getting Robert Woods a little bit more burn. So I'm liking Van Jefferson, 25% rostership, maybe a guy that we look for there with the wide receivers as well. And then I'm gonna bring him up, and I'm sure that you guys figured that I was gonna bring him up. Despite that Russell Gage was not targeted at fucking all, okay? Like, it's the man was lined up 68% of the snaps, and you did not go to him whatsoever. All right? You got him out there 68% of the time. He played 36 of the offensive snaps, however the fuck. I get that he's coming off a 3-game absence, but this team is not going to be able to function without Calvin Ridley. Somebody needs to be given the ball. Somebody needs to be looked at. Is it Gage? Is it Zacchaeus? You can't force feed Kyle Pitts because, well, he hasn't exactly broken the fuck out. So it's not like, that's even a viable option. The ball needs to go somewhere. The ball has to go somewhere for the Atlanta offense. Like the offense as a whole can't be that bad, okay? Let's also take a look at Nico Collins. All right. 54 yards in that week 8 loss. He's 8% rostered, but Ty God is coming back. Tyrod Taylor is coming back. And if Tyrod Taylor comes back, I think that's a boost for Nico Collins. Okay. Ball has to go somewhere for the Texans as well. All right. Brandon Cooks can't do all the work. All right. The Chris Moore dude is like, irrelevant. All right. So Nico Collins is another guy that I think that could be a guy for you at wide receiver. Of course, some of these, maybe pretty deep plays. Devonte Parker being the best one of them all for you, for sure. Drop the mic. What's good? Justin, what trade did I want to happen that didn't? Bro, I wanted to see it. I would love it if OBJ would have gotten out of Cleveland, but that shit didn't happen. No blockbuster trades were gonna go down. Like no blockbuster trades were gonna go down. I know that everyone was hype about, this whole Watson thing. I wasn't banking on it. There was just a couple of trades that I just really, really, really wasn't banking on. Rel, what is good, bro? Hell, Rel, give him hell. Cheers, Dilly Deli, bro. Dilly Dilly to everyone in the chat. So we went over running backs, we went over receivers. I actually have a couple of tight ends. I know that the homie Pat wanted to see Evan Ingram leave New York, but I didn't foresee that happening. There's just too many injuries around the NFL to where Chillin just got home. Hell yeah, hell yeah. There's just too many injuries around the NFL to where I felt that NFL GMs felt comfortable enough to make trades. Through 8 weeks of football, everyone is in shambles. Like, who are you gonna move? Like, hey man, here's this guy that we found bagging groceries. We'll give you him for like, a seventh compensatory pick. Like what, it was just there wasn't a whole lot that I felt that was really, really gonna be able to happen. I kick ass this week thanks to the Rumboyz help. Hell yeah, bro. And we're gonna keep fucking kicking ass. Let's get into the tight ends. You are right on Mike White at QB, and we're gonna talk about Mike White here in this show. But first, okay, I want to talk about Pat Fryermuth. All right, I want to talk about Pat Fry. Hang on, let me find this kid. Oh, there we go. Bow. All righty. So Pat Fryermuth is 28% rostered. All right. Here, let's check this out. Let me show y'all this shit real fast. Because this is gonna be one. This is gonna be one that's gonna give you some edge. So you got this man sitting at 28% roster, all right? He was 4 for 7, 44 yards and a TD in a really ugly under scoring game of 15-10 over the Browns. But playing against Chicago, Detroit, and then Detroit next 2 weeks, okay? I think Pat Fry is a serious play down the stretch of the rest of the season. I think this could be a tight end for you, maybe rest of the season. Now maybe that's a hot take, and I'll deal with that. Raj was hype on Fry. He had a feeling about Fry last week. We didn't put him in the DFS lineup, and that's us. That's on us. That's our bad. We should have went with Pat Fryer. Shows that just don't let the dollars fool you. Just let the talent speak for itself. He was out there 78% of the time, 7 for 4, 44 yards at the TD. I think that it's worth it for you guys to look at Pat Fry. Another guy, we're gonna bring up a guy that I had on fantasy rosters, and I suddenly chose to drop. Dan Arnold led the Jaguars in receiving this week. He was 11% rostered. 72% of the time he was out there, 10 for 8, 68 yards. Yeah, sure. They lost to Seattle, but Dan Arnold looked good. Okay. Clearly they brought Dan Arnold in for a reason. The former Cardinal, former Panther, now Jaguar. Could he have found a home? Still yet to be determined. Still a lot of football left to be played, but he could have a home on your fantasy football roster. Dude, got to talk about Alley Cox. Cox. Got to talk about Big Mo. Here, let's see. Where is he? Yo, why they playing with this man Alley Cox like that? He should be like, I feel like Mo, like if you type in Mo, he should be the first one that pops up. Alley Cox, 16% rostered. No receptions on Sunday, surprisingly, but but he still goes up there and gets it. He's still going up there and getting it at the highest point. He was only out there 49% of the time last time. The thing with Alley Cox is he has these weird switch offs where it's like it's gonna be out there 50% or more, type of deal. Um, you know, yeah, Doyle was out there, Jack Doyle was out there, but I mean they're playing the Jets and then the Jags their next two games. Yeah, Buffalo and then Tampa are some tough matchups, but I feel like you're gonna need fucking Alley Cox, a guy that's gonna go up there, box out, catch the ball at its highest point, come down with it in the end zone, big body, big boy style, more so than Jack Doyle. Even in those tough week 11 and week 12 matchups. So I really like Alley Cox in his next 2 weeks worth of matchups. Uh, I don't really want to bring up Evan Ingram, but and I'm shocked that well, I'm not shocked, but I can't believe the fucking Giants keep keeping him 41% rostered. He scored his first touchdown of the season uh against the Chiefs in that really shitty game. A game that the Giants could have won had I don't know, Joe Judge keeps his fucking timeouts. Um, you know, I'm not even mad at Daniel Jones for throwing the pick because Mahomes threw picks as well. But three of his four targets caught him 15 yards and a tutty in that Monday night matchup. I'm not high on Ingram. I'd much rather have Freiermuth or Alley Cox, even Dan Arnold over Ingram. I'll pass on the Evan Ingram headache. It's just not me. Stonehands? Who's Stonehands? Eric Ebron? Eric Ebron, Stonehands. Let's see here. Let's get back. Why are you pissed about Tardif? What happened with Tardif? Mike White is great. He 405 passing yards, leads the league in passing, and makes someone a very rich man. I traded for Ridley this week, and you know what happened? I hope he comes back this season. Uh, I hope I hope he does. I hope he does. But I mean, at the same time, mental health is nothing to play with. So I hope he takes his time and you know, with the way that team is performing, do you guys really think that he's going to come back? I mean, come on. Robbie, do you think I should drop Khalil Herbert for McNichols? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Wrote about Firemuth on your waiver blurb. Nice, nice. Dad, don't drop Herbert. Don't drop Herbert. Period. Mafia. Do the Dolphins have negative influence in fantasy because they suck? They don't know. Actually, they're all right for fantasy. They're not great, but they're all right. Trying to pick up Gallup off waivers this week for Van Jefferson or this week, or I think you meant or Jefferson, but Deshaun just got waived. So I'm thinking about keep Van Jefferson. Keep Van Jefferson because they know what they have in Van Jefferson. What about dropping Sterling Shep for Devonte Parker? You're essentially swapping one injury ridden guy for another injury ridden guy. Um, if I'm the Giants, probably not even probably just go with Devonte Parker, bro. Just go with Devonte Parker. I mean, he's just as sure-handed and probably, if not more consistent, just as consistent as Shepard. It's not a big drop off between the two. Tardif got traded. I didn't even see that one today. Who did he get traded to? That kind of blows. And then let's go ahead and let's talk quarterbacks for you guys. I'm just gonna kind of run down the quarterbacks. All right. All right. Mike White for the New York Jets. Not saying that it's a quarterback controversy, but like Mike White looked fucking damn good. Okay. Uh, and maybe you trust Mike White if you're Rob Salah more so than a rookie. Well, the rookie in Zach Wilson, Zach Disney Channel Wilson. Um, if I gotta play someone in that super flex spot in two QB leagues, I don't mind rostering Mike White. I'm probably not going to roster him in single QB formats. Um, But I have no problems with you guys going out and obtaining Mike White. And playing him Thursday night against the Colts. I mean, you got 4 fucking teams on a bye week. So what are you gonna do? Taysom Hill. Jameis Winston's out for the season. I don't even believe that they run Taysom Hill. I guess they're probably gonna run Taysom Hill. Um, and once he returns from concussion protocol, like he should be good. Um, Simeon didn't look too bad, but if Taysom Hill is able to start against Atlanta, sounds like they'll run out Taysom Hill. Uh, he knows the Sean Payton offense really well, so maybe you run Taysom Hill, right? Um, yeah, sure, he'll siphon a rushing TD away from Kamara, but fuck it. And then also Justin Fields, he looked great. He looked great. Could look like a guy that could be a 20-25 point a week guy. Like him as a QB2. He's got Pittsburgh coming up this Monday night. I don't know if I use him against Pittsburgh, but Justin Fields did look damn good. Zach Dizzy Channel Wilson, yeah, that's exactly what I call him. Mike White fluke. I don't know if it's a fluke yet. I think that it could be because it's the Jets. You have to see as of this week. Like this week will let you know, like, okay, like that was a fluke, like that was a dud, type of deal. Tardifs to the Jets for a tight end, Dan Brown. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Mike, you think Tannehill will get better fantasy wise with no Henry? He's gonna be forced to. He's gonna be forced to because he's gonna have to throw down. So what player is gonna be the comeback player of the year? Oh gosh. That's so tough to tell at this given moment. Got to see how Russell comes back. Would it be shocked if they make a big deal about Russell's thumb injury or some shit like that? Yeah, there's still a lot of time for there to be a comeback player of the year award. So I can't even predict it early right now. Not Wentz anymore, I guess. I mean, well, Wentz has come back mighty fine. Yeah, Dak has looked damn good. Dak has looked damn good. Damn good. And then Dak is going to come back again and put Cooper Rush's ass back on the bench and say, thanks for getting me that win, kid. All right, now fucking sit your ass down. So yeah. So I just wanted to go through waivers this week. Well, Braves, please win. Everyone's wanting the Braves to win tonight. Wanted to go through, the waivers with you guys. Yeah, he's going the fuck off. Dak is going off, bro. I'm loving it. And help you guys with your rosters. I felt like going live would have been a little bit more appropriate for tonight with the amount of injuries. Look for McNichols, look for AP. If you miss out on either of these guys, go Boston Scott. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I wish everyone the best of the best. AMA session tomorrow. 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna get that popping. That is 5 p.m. Pacific. So yeah. You have Gainwell. Do I suggest getting another running back? For like McNichols. I think that having McNichols would be a good idea. I think having McNichols would be a good idea. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with Gainwell. Serrani's so fucking dumb, right? That he'll probably go out there and run Gainwell like a madman this upcoming week, and then go back to Boston Scott. Like we don't know with Nick Sirianni, and we don't know what Tennessee is about to look like in their backfield. So everyone's fantasy rosters are about to look ugly as hell. Exactly. That's why I'm not running around telling people to drop Gainwell. So I mean, it's tough. This week is tough. Straight up, this week is tough. It's not easy. Nothing is getting handed to anybody this week. If you win, you definitely earned it, especially if your team's been riddled with fucking injuries. You've earned it. Some of y'all played Gronk last week, and then Gronk went back out. Like, it's tough. Watch AP become the number one, right? Like we don't know. Like, we don't know, but you have to grab one of them, and you got to grab one of them now, and then you got to hope that one it becomes the one this week. So, and AP is old as hell. AP old as hell, bro. My man's it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. My man's done been a Viking. He done been with football team. He done been a Lion. He done been a Saint. Was he like a Cardinal for like a hot minute? Now he's a Titan. I don't think he was a Cardinal, but damn, like homie's done bounced around. Dude, I have so much love for AP, but ain't no way in hell I would have ran that old man out there like that. But I hope he does prove us wrong. I've had AP on many fantasy rosters, and I've even won fantasy championships with AP, even in his later years. Like, I mean, he was on the bench most of the season, maybe started a bye week here and there. But I mean, yep, yeah, he was a Lion. Yep, he was a Lion. His last stint was with the Lions. So yeah, we'll see. But hey, y'all, go ahead, put in those fab bids. Go get those waiver wire priorities put in. If you know that you can outbid someone, let's say like you're in a league full of a bunch of not knowing how to manage money ass motherfuckers, and they all blew their fab budget at the beginning of the season. We're like Elijah Mitchell, yay! Chuba Hubbard, yay! This is your chance to have a come up. Okay, so if you still got fab left, this is where you start blowing it. This is where you start throwing a little chunk here, a little chunk there, bigger chunks here, bigger chunks there. Lock down your backfield. Okay, definitely lock down your running backs. All right, guys. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. Hey, anytime, guys, anytime. Make sure you subscribe to 32bit 30TWOBIT. I'm gonna be recording tonight for It's a Vibe. Gonna be over there with the crew. We're gonna be getting lit. It's gonna be fucking just dilly. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Yo, let's go.